Lovely. So today's topic, social media can either be your friend or your enemy. And you decide, you really, really decide. And let me know in the chat before I even begin, what's your current relationship with social media? Is it your friend or your enemy? Or are you in between? Let me know. Um, and this topic, it kind of just stemmed from because I used to really struggle with social media. Even though some of you love it. I'm seeing Marion, a friend, lovely, lovely. Um, and showing up really used to be a struggle. It used to be a struggle because I used to think, what am I going to post? How can I post? What can I do? Like, I don't really want to do it. I'm scared. I get nervous and what other feelings? I felt frustrated because just like, ugh, I want to post. I'm seeing everyone like posting. I'm here scrolling and I'm not posting. And it was really, really a struggle point for a good probably a couple of years. I'm just seeing the chats go off. Some people are saying on and off. Sorry. Simone, she said, lost friend. You'll find a friend back again. Donna says in between. Jewels, I can't pronounce her name. Giselle, I don't know if that's her name. Bit of both. And someone says in the middle, lovely, lovely. Well, it can be your friend. There is hope. There is real hope if you allow it to be your friend. And I've learned on this journey as well after investing in a course that it can really be a friend. And social media, yes, it's a friendly place, it's for communities and stuff like that, but it is a real media industry. It's a company, it's a business at the end of the day. That's what it really, really comes down to. And that's the honest truth. Yes, it's built for, creating content, but behind it all, so let's plug in my charger. But behind it all, it is really a media agency. And why? Because it communicates to everyone and to everyone that can see what it is. It really attracts attention to your page, to your business, or whatever the case is. So just kind of flip it in a way that, hold on, this is you showing up in your business. If that is a case of you have a business or service or whatever, it is really showing up. Like we all, I'm sure most of us here have work or have gone to work. We show up for work, but why can't we show up for social media? And yeah, I did struggle with that. And it got to a point where I felt really, really frustrated because I felt like lost. I felt like, what is this big pool of social media? I don't even want to be on there in the first place. But I had to face myself and really get honest that why am I struggling to show up? What is it? And I said, you know what, let's just start small. Let's start small. I'm great in Canva, so we can utilize more. What did I start using? I started using Canva like posts, like quotes and stuff like that, because I love quotes. So I started there. And as I started showing up, I started to put like include images of myself within those posts. And then after that, I started recording videos and then started building up. And sometimes we scare ourselves away because we're like this big social media thing that I have no clue about. What am I even doing on here? But once you kind of start taking small steps, you really start to bring the anxiety down of being on social media because it's a fun space to be in, but you just have to manage what you are doing with it, and how long you are on there for. Um, and a quote to just leave you with, success is a sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. And that's by Robert Collier. And literally what's that term? Oh, what's that term when it comes to finances, where it's a snowball effect? Let me know if anyone knows in the chat. It's a snowball effect and your compounds, that's it. It compounds over and over and over again. Every time you sow a small seed of showing up, a small seed of posting, a small seed of utilizing your stories, it starts to show up. It just doesn't build, consistency, but it also builds your character, it builds your confidence, it builds your community, it builds who you're attracting. It really builds a lot of internal things inside that you didn't even know because now I can say, okay, I can post. Don't get me wrong, I have my times where I have to just shut down and then not do nothing because it might get a bit too much. Or I've lost the focus sometimes. But once I put the focus back on, okay, what does God want me to do? and really just be intentional about that rather than focusing on the income aspect or focusing on the design or focusing on the end result. Enjoying the process has really helped me to just be present and to post consistently when I have. And let me ask you a question. When have you ever felt that starting over because of that you had to start over because of inconsistency? And I don't know if any of you, if you can relate, when you stop posting or stop doing what it is that you were doing, it's like you have to start from ground zero and build yourself back up again to really, okay, start posting again, start scheduling. Yeah, me. I hear it because it feels like, when you go to the gym, you start off with small weights and then you start over. But at first, in the beginning, you're thinking, like, as a beginner, what weights am I lifting? Like, what is this for? Why am I doing it? But it's because you're starting over and you don't ever start with the big weights, you start with the small. And even going to the gym, that can be a struggle. Like, if you started going consistently and you stop, it is hard that you have to start over from the beginning again. So just being mindful of that. And just out of curiosity, if anyone was interested in a consistency group where we literally just only focus on consistency, let me know in the chat because there's something that I want to create, but I'm not entirely sure. But sometimes we just need a group. Yes, we have our accountability partners, but sometimes it is good to just have a collective where we're like, okay, we're going for it and we are rooting for each other. So let me know and yeah, let me know. You can either drop me a message here or on Instagram. I'm seeing the chats go off. Me, yes, do it, please. Okay, okay. I appreciate that. Thank you. And it doesn't have to be a whole lot of us, but those that need it, we need it. Lovely, lovely. Good to see. Good to see. So this is your sign. If you aren't posting, post. Start somewhere. Start somewhere. I really seen the chats go off, but start somewhere. Start somewhere, even if it's posting on your stories. You can utilize that because more time posting on your grid, that can be a whole workout. That could be a whole workout session from the time that you edit and all of that kind of stuff. But posting on your stories is a quick shortcut to kind of get you going. That's a small little lift that you could start doing to get you in and to get you consistently like posting. And you don't have to post every day, but even if it's like, 3 times a week or 5 times a week, and then you post at consistent times because scheduling is super, super important, especially if you're busy and you're a mom. Batching content is super, super important. Even if you're like, okay, Gladys, I don't know what content to record. Put on the camera and start recording. I've learned record because sometimes when you try and create the setting, I'm speaking of my own experience, when I try and create the setting with kids, and I'm working around their schedule, like yes, I'll work it around nap time, but by the time that I've sat down, I'm tired and I'm like, okay, what am I doing again? So just put on the camera and record. That's something that I've started to do. Just record and sorry, I've seen the T word. Oh dear. Okay. This is the last day of April. No, this is May. Jesus, Lord help me. The T word which rhymes with cry, we do not say it in this community, okay? But yes, May, this is the last day I'm gonna say it, okay? We move. The T police. Don't come for me, gosh. Um, but yeah, and another tip as well, get know your niche and know who you are serving. Because before creating content, get crystal clear. And I did mention about, recording content, whether it is like, you don't have to show your children or show your home, but if you're getting into the car, if you're doing stuff around the house, just record the content and it can be as B-roll and then you can use that as voiceovers. That's another hack to kind of get you in the motion to recording content and then also posting it because you're not thinking about how I sound, how I look, all of that kind of stuff. And then getting, yeah, crystal clear on your niche and knowing who you are serving. If you don't know who you are serving, you're just showing up there and just thinking, you're just hoping for the best, but being intentional about who you are speaking to. Have a target in mind, have an avatar. Use ChatGPT if you're not sure about who your audience is and who you want to speak to. and then really utilize that. Or if you're thinking, I don't know who to pick, find someone that's doing something similar to what you are doing and ask ChatGPT who's their client avatar, and they'll kind of give you a breakdown, and you can kind of see, okay, cool, and then tweak it to like who you are, and then what you would be, how best you'll be able to serve them. And I mentioned already about showing up at specific times, have systems in place because no systems, no success, no results, no growth. So put those systems in place. Like sometimes, you might be the type of person to just show up and just, let me just show up and do whatever. But no, someone like me, I can't do that because I will procrastinate my way from doing it. So we ain't doing it. Show up with purpose, show up with intentionality, and really just be intentional. I'm just seeing in the chat, yeah, this is me, and then procrastination fails me. Oh Lord. Mm-mm. We are delivered from procrastination this month because I know Nikki, she's working on something great that she will be sharing later on because May is the is it's an exciting month. It's an exciting month. So show up from now, show up from today. Okay? Another hack as well, showing up on the live, even if you're like, okay, this is more so to people that are okay with speaking. Actually, no, if even if you're not okay, start going on lives because this is where you really find yourself, find out what you're talking about. You can find attract certain people to you because they'll just stumble across you and then connect with you. And it's not just about showing up on live and then just talking anyhow. Have a structure in place, have questions on the side. Sometimes I used to do that. At first, I used to, I'm just laughing because I started off when I was going on live. Like I remember I did it in the car, but I was still trying to, fix my camera, make sure that it's in place. While I was on the live, there was a bike because I had taken the kids out, and then my mister he took the kids out, but there was a bike you could see it in the background. Minimize the distractions because it's gonna distract the person that's watching you. And then a friend she picked up, she was like, Gladys, just make sure you're ready. Just make sure you're ready when you show up online because you was engaging once you find your feet, but find your feet before you jump on the live. Make sure you're ready before you go on the live. And just have a talking point. It could be story time. It could be, a Q&A. You sharing your knowledge, you sharing something about you that will be of value to someone else. It's not just about you, but it's how you can bring value to someone else. What solution can you solve on that? As well as, you can promote your services as well. Um, and DMs. I don't know if anyone struggles with this. Let me know in the chat if you struggle with DMs on social media, because this was me. This was me. DMs were a struggle for me because maybe more time I am a cool person, like in terms of calling. I like voice notes and stuff like that. If I see text, I'm like, I can't. Let me just come back to this. At a point, I had an assistant and she was doing it for me, but I have to also face that for myself. I have to learn how to, DM people. I'm great at connecting with people, and stuff like that. But when it comes to just texting and just reaching out, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm seeing the chat go off. Need to face this. I was about to say the T word, but the devil, I will not say it. It is about embracing, those DMs, direct messages. And that's another form of, connecting with someone that you can actually be honest with, you can be genuine with. It's not just about, approaching random people or people with a big following. It's about connecting. How can you connect with someone? Because the same way you would connect with someone in person, use that mindset and connect with that person online. And that is all it is. And I realized the power of doing this when I did this with someone that I did a live with. I didn't know her from anywhere, but I just asked her because she liked my one of my previous lives. And then also what else did she do? She followed me as well. And I was like, oh, what made you follow? Because I was curious. Just get curious with finding out more about people and put fear to the side and actually utilize the fear and walk forward with it and trust God with it and use discernment about approaching people. Because the moment that I said, once I started having a conversation with her, we was just rolling. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And we connected, we did a live together. Now there's like, a bit of business happening as well. So you don't know who is in the DMs until you really connect and really be genuine about it. The moment that you are not genuine about it, that's when you're going to be feeling, ugh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to connect because you're not being your true self. So just be honest and be who you are off camera, online. That's all. And then another tip as well, create pillars of content. Create pillars of content that is consistent. If you are a mum, you could have a mummy's like a mum pillar where you speak about tips, tricks, etc. You can have another pillar that is related to like you having fun, doing like your hobbies or etc. But also another content pillar that is really educational, it brings value. And another pillar around promotions, where this is what you promote your service or a CTA, um, where you really discuss about okay what it is that you do. So just be really clear on your content pillars so that you can show up because I find that that's helped me knowing what I'm going to talk about so that I'm not flustered and just speaking anyhow anyway. I'm really being consistent because social media loves it when you are consistent. And I know they talk about the algorithms and all of that stuff. I'm not into it, but I have to be aware of it. And the same goes for you. You have to be aware of it in order for you to get the results that you want. You have to be aware of the type of social media platform that you're on, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, what or even LinkedIn, being aware of what type of content you want to create, so that you can post it on the right platform. Because even like certain YouTube videos that I've posted on LinkedIn, for example, have got more responses, like more views, sorry, on there. And I don't know why that is, but I'm like, oh, okay, that works. Whereas if I post it on certain platforms, it's not going to work. Like, for example, Instagram doesn't like you taking people out of the platform. They want people to keep scrolling and stuff like that. But when you post it on, for example, LinkedIn, people want to learn, they want to engage, they want to be like, oh, okay, what's this? They're taking the time, they're a bit more slower pace. So they have the time to watch and stuff like that. So just be aware of your pillars and be aware of what social media platform you are posting on. And then actually no, I think I've got two more tips. Yeah, just a few more tips. So another tip as well, review and reflect. Review and reflect. Don't just post and forget it. Review it. And you can maybe say at the end of the week, I'll review what I've posted, or at the end of the month, I will review what I've posted. And it's being like, being honest. Yes, you can look at, okay, how many views you got and stuff like that, but look at the engagement that you got, look at the following, look at the people that you have connected with, and really be honest about it and have a checklist about, okay, what you need to review so that you can improve for next time. And that's how you improve and take the mindset and the fear of, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this, I'm scared. I don't want to do it. And then you focus on, okay, I'm improving. I'm coming on here to do something and to create impact. Yes, you want to create income, I'm sure, but also the main value is around creating that impact, creating that real value. And Nikki Sutherland, she is a master at this. She is a master. She comes on there and she does not play. She's coming with her energy. She's coming with her goals. She's coming with her structure. She is coming on there. So if you're unsure, I'm sure she'll be doing some lives in May, but jump on there, make sure you are on there and just watch. Don't watch as a consumer, watch as someone that is okay, okay, she does this, her tone increases